Hi friends, thanks for joining me for a tutorial in Melinda's Rubber Room. I'm Melinda Pierce, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I thought I would show you real quick how to make this little box. Somebody had requested a box to put cookies in. So this one has, the side is about 2 inches, and the tops are about 4.5 by 6.5, I believe. So it's a good size to put some cookies in for gift giving. And then I just decorated it with some stamps and some designer series paper. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to make the base of the box, and then you can decorate it any way that you want. So I start with a piece of paper that measures 8.5 by 11. And I have one that measures, so I have one that measures 8.5 by 11, and then I have another one that's cut slightly smaller than that. So I shaved off an 1/8 of an inch, I'm sorry, a 1/16 of an inch from the top and on the side. So, okay, so I'm just going to put this in my scoreboard, and both pieces of my my paper are scored the same way. So all I'm going to do is score it at 2 inches. This paper is a little harder to score because it does have the design on there. So you can do this in your cutting and scoring paper cutter as well. That might be easier depending on what type of paper you're using. So again, I'm just cutting or scoring at 2 inches on all sides. I'm going to go ahead and do that with this one as well. Okay, got all 4 sides. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring in my scoring tool, or my bone folder. Just reinforce all those folds. This paper is really thick cardstock. This is one that we had sold a few years back. So it's actually thicker than our regular cardstock. So if you're just using your regular thick cardstock, it'll be much easier. Make sure I scored all these. It's hard to see on the paper. Box to put their cookies in. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut right along that score line, and then I'm just going to cut a little bit off extra so that you have this extra section here that's cut out. And it's not real important, you know, how big that section is or how small. You just want a little bit cut out, just so that those sides will fold in okay without it getting too bulky inside your box. And it just helps the flaps to lay down better. So this is probably the hardest part of the whole project, is just cutting a sliver off. So you can see I'm just rotating my cardstock, doing the same thing on all 4 corners. So it's the little square corner that I'm cutting into. Okay, and you do the same thing with the other piece as well. And now you can see when you fold this all up, this corner here is just going to sit nice and flat along this edge. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some adhesive Make sure you use strong adhesive for this, otherwise your box is going to fall apart. You don't want that happening with your precious cookies inside of it. So the boxes are kind of fun to make because once you figure out the trick to doing it, you can do all kinds of different sizes and for all different purposes. So it's basically the same technique, just changing the sizes of your cardstock and the size of your score lines, depending on how thick you want your box to be. So if you want a box that is shorter, you would just make your score lines less than 2 inches. The only thing that really limits you is the size of your cardstock. Okay, so I'm just going around making sure all my corners are stuck down. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with my other piece. So again, I'm just cutting into the corners. All right, now to figure out which one's the top and which one's the bottom. You can see they're very close in size. So this one is the bottom. It should go right on top. Just like so. All right, so that is the completed box. And this was my original one. All right, hope you enjoyed that quick tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a message on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page at Melinda's Rubber Room. All right, take care and have a happy holiday. Bye-bye.